Hey guys, welcome back to Libby's Lounge Life Update March edition, where we are going to talk about writing, reading, Sapporo, and just life in general, I guess. First and foremost, writing. No, I have not done any writing. We'll just get that right on the plate. I have been working on the short stories for the Patreon, which is technically writing because it's building up my characters in the background for the next book. If you haven't checked out the short story for Valentine's Day, Valentine's month, you should definitely check it out. It was a lot of fun to write. It's from Eileen's perspective. It's double dating, but she doesn't actually want to be around Maureen. So that was a really fun story to write. You guys should go check it out if you've read the books. If you haven't read the books, it's not an entry story, so you should skip it until you read the books. I did lock in a date with my editor for August, which means the book has to be done. Reaper has to be done by August 1st, so I can send it off. I do have time over the summer because it's not super busy at work like it is now, but I do plan to dive in and start getting consistent words on page starting in April. March is kind of me just getting my life together. We have spring break coming up, which is really busy for me at work. You wouldn't think so, but I have to prep a lot of things for the end of the year starting in spring break. That's the update. There's not much happening there. Reading. I did start the Poppy Wars, and I'm absolutely in love with the first book. I have been told to read this a bunch of times by some people I really respect who have they know me well enough to know what books I'm going to love, and they're like, "You're gonna love this. You should read it." And I feel like the universe just waits until I need to read the book to let me have the drive to read the book, because I'm reading the Poppy Wars right when I'm researching some other spiritual things, and just it resonates so well, and I absolutely love this book so far. Have you read the Poppy Wars? What do you think? I did not read Memphis. Not because it doesn't seem like an interesting story to me. I brought it with me to Sapporo. We didn't have time to read, so I didn't get into it. And then I came back to work and it was really busy because I was gone for a week and I just wasn't able to get in the headspace to read it. So Memphis is tabled for right now. Poppy Wars, I'm loving. I am also reading one of my favorite books for the second time, Resonant by Dietrich Stogner. I have an early version. He's my critique partner. And when I first read this book, I absolutely fell in love with it. It was my best book of whatever the year was that I read it. It was a couple of years ago. And I'm so excited that it's time for this one to come up and out this year. So be on the lookout for that book coming out. It is the fourth one in his series. It's fire. I absolutely love it. Sapporo. Okay, so we went to Sapporo and I was very nervous just for the weather. I'm not a cold weather person. I don't do cold well. However, I was well weather prepared with my parka and gloves and all of it. And I was nice and warm and toasty. So first of all, that made the trip so much better. We did do a lot of sightseeing, had so much fun, got tons of pictures, did some marketing, but the best part, without a doubt, was snowboarding. If you told me last year that I would be excited to go snowboarding again next year, I would call you a liar. But I am actually very excited to plan 3 more snowboarding trips next year. Me and my son had a blast. Was I good at it? Absolutely not. Did I fall and crack my head? I'm so glad I had a helmet on. Was I afraid I was going to break my wrist? 10,000%. Did I make it down the small little bunny hill at least once without eating snow? Yes. And it was awesome. So me and my son, very excited to go back again. It was the highlight of my trip. Jiu-jitsu, I started jiu-jitsu and then we went on vacation and then work got really busy. So I've been consistently going once a week. I'm going to stick with once a week for sure, just to make sure that I am A, showing up, and B, I'm able to get all the things done I need to get done while still making the commitment to show up once a week to jiu-jitsu. It's better than not doing it at all at this point. And I feel like I'm doing really good with it, getting back into the habit and getting back on the mats. Work is really busy. We had some crazy stuff happen at work. It's been like Twilight Zone for 2 weeks. I'm hoping this week is quiet and nobody speaks, because the last 2 weeks have been insane. And you may not think working at a high school is crazy. Somehow it is. somehow it is. Family is good. Husband is great. Military life is military life. And we'll leave that at that. The last bit of news I have for you guys is the merch shop. I am closing it down in March. I don't know when I'll open it again. I will open it again just because I do love having the merch available. However, keeping the shop running is not only costly, monetarily costly, but it's also mentally, like in the back of my head, I have to remember to do things to keep up with it. And they just raised prices, which means I have to go in and edit everything. And I'd rather just start with a clean slate when I'm ready to go back in. So if you want anything from the merch shop, I would go pick it up in the next couple days. I think the 12th or the 13th, I'm going ahead and shutting it down. But don't fear, I'll bring it back. My ebooks and my audiobooks are available on my website. So if you go to libbyweber.com, my ebooks and audiobooks are on there. If you want a paperback or a hardback, you do need to go to Amazon. Paperbacks you might be able to get from Barnes and Nobles. I have to go check those links. I haven't updated them. I don't do a lot of sales on there, so I never think about it. And then goals for coming up. I did set a goal of 100 new readers this year. I made a post about it, and I did have some people engage with it. I need to go tag them and thank them and start figuring out a way to track new readers. I might do something on my website. I'm not sure yet, but I am excited to get some new readers to the Legacy fandom and share the Legacy world with as many people as I possibly can. And if they like it, awesome. If they don't like it, that's okay. It's not everybody's cup of tea. That is all I have update-wise. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. As always, you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much for being my Patreon supporters. You make this possible for me to share the content, to get excited about the content when the days are hard, to get excited about it. And like, I can't thank you guys enough for being a follower, a supporter, all of the above. So you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night, and I will see you next month.